Right, welcome back to a brand new Goalhanger video, and today is the first match of the 2024-25 Championship season. It's Blackburn Rovers versus Derby County. We're travelling to Blackburn today for the first match of the season away. I think the game predictor's thrown up a real relegation six-pointer for the first game of the season, so it's going to be quite interesting to see. And in terms of Blackburn Rovers, I think their expectations are going to be similar to ours. Like I mentioned, a real relegation six-pointer for me in the first game of the season. They struggled last season to find form and string consecutive wins together. Obviously, they had a managerial change during last season. They've got former Derby County footballer John Eustace in charge, who I do really admire as a manager. I do like his style of playing, the sides that he puts together, but they haven't really recruited too many players this summer, and it is a similar, if not weaker, squad than what it was last season, losing key players such as Sam Gallagher. They've obviously brought back Carl McFadzean, who was that stopgap last season in the back for them. But whether he can do that again, obviously he's an ageing player. Obviously, Sami Sismodics is their talisman, scored 27 goals in the league for them last season. I think it's about 50% of the league goals last season he scored. He's attracted Premier League interest this summer, but he's not left yet. He could feature tonight. However, I don't think he's played in the last couple of friendlies. It's a bit up in the air whether he'll feature for them tonight. Hopefully not from a Derby County fan's point of view, because he's a really, really good Championship player, and if he's out of their team, then we might have that little advantage over them. In terms of Derby County, on how our summer's gone, I've not been able to go to any of the pre-seasons, but I think we've had a decent summer, haven't we? We've recruited some good players, and obviously Kenzo coming in. He looks a really, really technically gifted midfielder. David Ozzo from Crystal Palace on loan looks really good, obviously scored in the last pre-season friendly. Ebou Adams coming in on a permanent is massive for us, and obviously the recruitment in the striker department is key for us. Obviously Jerry Yates can't play for us. I think he's got a 3-match suspension, so I expect it will probably be Caden Jackson up front for us today. However, I still think we need to do some more business in the transfer market. But what's my thoughts ahead of today? The opening day of the season, usually you've got to shake off some rust that you carry over from pre-season. I think it's going to be a difficult game. Hopefully we're still in the game 10 to 15 minutes in. If we go a goal down that early on, I think we'll struggle. But it's going to be a tough one. I'm going to go with a Goalhanger Classic, a 2-1 victory for the Rams. If we can get that 3 points first game of the season, it will really help us progress throughout. I think we need that good start this season. We need a couple of results because, in my opinion, we are going to be down there battling to stay up in the division, and hopefully we can. But that's my prediction. Without further ado, let's head to Blackburn and see what the match has got in store for us today.
Blackburn make it 1-0, we couldn't get near to them. They sliced us open, down out wide, switched the play well, and the man left open in the 6-yard box. They've played quicker football than us so far, need to react. back stick makes it 1-1. We've deserved that. We've been better this second half. Come on. We're by far the greatest team the world has ever seen, and it's Derby County. Derby County FC. We're by far the greatest team the world has ever seen, and it's Derby County. Derby County FC. Blackburn score, almost instant reply. Man free at the back post for an header. I don't know where the defenders went. They all got sucked into the ball. 2-1, Andy Wyman, former Derby man. Poor defending from Derby. Blackburn go 3-1 up. Terrible marking from Derby. Free man in the box again. I don't know what the defence is doing. Whenever they cross it in, there seems to be someone free. 3-1 to Blackburn, and that's probably the game now with 15 minutes to go. Blackburn counter-attackers really well, and they lobbed Vickers in goal, who had no chance really, left on his own. Caught out on the break there, 4-1 down. They've been second best all match, all from Derby. I think Kane Wilson got the final touch there. We're going to go from a set piece 4-2 now, but with not much of the match remaining. Be optimistic to think we could come back from this, but we don't know.
Right, welcome to the end of the goalhanger video, and it has ended. Blackburn Rovers 4, Derby County 2. A tough result to take on the opening day of the season. A pretty comprehensive loss there for us, unfortunately, away from home. But let's talk about the match now. Obviously, we went 1-0 down in that first half. It was a goal that you could see coming. Blackburn Rovers were trying to work the ball down the wing of us, probably the left-hand side of us. They really went down that whole first half, and finally it worked. I thought they were quicker than us that first half, much quicker than us really. We looked second pace to them. We went 1-0 down, it was deservedly so, unfortunately. Then the second half we responded. I think there was about a 15 to 20 minute spell where I thought we performed better than Blackburn Rovers. We moved the ball from left to right quite well. But once again, I didn't think we had too many shots on that Blackburn Rovers goal. Eventually, obviously, the goal comes from a set piece. Playing it short from the corner, Mendes Lang whips it in, and Curtis Nelson's there to head it in just under the crossbar and put us 1-1 equal, level on terms. And you think that maybe we can push on, see if we can push for another goal or see the game out at 1-1, and we just take our foot off the gas straight away, and Blackburn Rovers go up the other end and score, and it's pretty much carbon copy of the first goal, and that was the story for all 4 goals really. Derby not picking up our men. Obviously that second goal Andy Wyman scored, free at the back post for a header. It was really poor defending really. Had all the time in the world. He probably could have touched it down and then put it in with his foot, but he headed it into the back of the net, and then the same sort of goal was conceded for the next 2 really. Sismodics comes on and he scores, and then Ohashi, who come on, the new signing, he scored as well. And it was poor from Derby really defensively. I felt sorry for Josh Vickers in goal. I thought he couldn't have done anything about all the goals just caught out really. We can see where we need to improve upon. It's definitely that marking in the box, because the Blackburn Rovers forwards were left far too open. In terms of the positives from Derby, I thought we moved the ball well, you know, glimpses of what we can do, but for me, I think we were sort of shocked at the standard that we were coming up against today really. The football was much better than what we've come up against last season in League One, but we couldn't match it today, unfortunately. I think at times we did look like we were sort of stuck in that League One sort of style of play, and we've got to up our game. Obviously, we've got Chesterfield on Tuesday night in the Cup. That's a chance for a little bit of confidence to be added if we can get a positive result there. It'd be disappointing heading into the Borough game. We've come off the back of 2 losses, really. But today, I think, was just a show of the standard that we're going to be coming up against in this division. You know, I spoke to a Blackburn Rovers fan for the RAMS Talk podcast, and he said he thought Blackburn will be struggling at the bottom end of the division. I can't really see that now after the way Blackburn have played today. I think they've got more than enough quality to be comfortably clear of that relegation zone. But Derby, we've got a lot of work to do. I think attacking wise, we just didn't look to have any confidence up front. Didn't test the Blackburn Rovers goalkeeper enough for me today. But you can't dwell on this performance too much. It's the first match of the season. Hopefully come the end of the season we'll be in a better position than down there at the bottom of the table. But obviously it has ended in a loss today. We've got to move on. If you have enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow my social medias down below. I actually thought the away end atmosphere was probably a 10 out of 10 today. All things considered, I thought it was really good from minute 1 till about we went 2-1 down. But there we go. If you have enjoyed today's video, like I said, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.